Okay, let's solve this multi-step TVM problem. Helga just turned 40 years old. She has $88,000 in her TFSA. She wants to retire at age 65 and pay herself $40,000 at the beginning of each year from her TFSA. Assuming a life expectancy of age 95 and a 6.5% annual rate of return compounded annually, both before and after retirement, how much should Helga contribute to her TFSA at the beginning of each year from now until her planned retirement date? Okay, so there's a couple things we need to do. This is a multi-step. And the first step is to determine the amount required at age 65 to generate the desired retirement income stream. Now, it may be helpful to think of Helga at age 65, in which case we are trying to solve for the present value required at that time. So we need to see how much she needs at age 65 in order to achieve her $40,000 per year goal. And step 2 will be you'll need to determine the annual TFSA contribution required from age 40 to 65 to accumulate the desired balance determined in step 1. So step 1, we need to determine how much she's going to need at age 65 to be able to pull $40,000 out of her TFSA at the beginning of each year in her retirement. And step 2 is to determine how much she needs to put away each month from now until age 65 in order to have that balance. So let's go ahead and solve. So this is solving for step 1 here. All right, so the mode is beginning because she wants the TFSA that she's going to contribute at the beginning of each year. Or sorry, she wants to pay herself at the beginning of each year. Either way, it's going to be beginning, but she wants to pay herself at the beginning of each year. And her future value will be 0 because she's going to use that TFSA balance for her retirement. And the interest rate is 6.5%. And the number of years is 30. It's 30 because she wants to retire at age 65 and she lived to 95, so 30 years. And she wants $40,000 paid to her at the beginning of each year, $40,000. So let's calculate how much she's going to need at age 65 in order to be able to pull $40,000 out of her TFSA. So let's go ahead and clear the calculator. Second function alpha 0, 0. Oops, I got it wrong. Second function alpha 0, 0. There we go. And the mode is beginning. I already have the beginning, and that, like I said, because she wants it at the beginning of each year. So future value is 0. Interest is 6.5 for 30 years. And her payment is $40,000. So what does the present value of her TFSA need to be? It is $556,299. So you might be tempted to round up at this stage of the game to $556,200 or $300, but don't, because we need this number for the next part of the TVM problem for step 2. So we don't want to do any rounding quite yet. So Helga requires $556,299.59 in her TFSA at 65 to meet her income goals. In retirement. Because this figure is used as present value in step 2, the answer is not rounded. So do not round your answer yet. All right, so the question, So now we figured out how much she needs. Now how much does she need to put away from 40 years old to 65 years old in order to have that much available? So the question now becomes, how will Helga meet that goal? She is currently 40 years old and has $88,000 in her TFSA. How much should Helga contribute to her TFSA at the beginning of each year from now at age 40 until her planned retirement date, age 65, in order to accumulate $556,299.59 by age 65. So in this equation, the present value in step 1, which is the $556,000, becomes the future value, okay? And the n variable in step 2 will be 25 years, since there are 25 years until Helga's retirement. So between 40 and 65. 65 minus 40 is 25. So let's calculate this. So we're still in beginning mode, all right? So the present value is minus 88,000, because that's what she has in her account right now. And the future value is 556,299.5936. That is the future value at 6.5% interest for 25 years. So how much will she need to pay each month? She will have to pay $2,096 each month into her TFSA in order to reach her goal. Sorry, not each month, each year. Sorry, Helga should make annual contributions of $2,096 to her TFSA in order to reach her goal. My apologies, I definitely misspoke there. So she needs to deposit, $2,000 in order to meet her goal, which that sounds very doable. So there you go. That's how Helga needs to save $2,096 from now until her retirement, which is age 65, in order to have $556,299 in her account, so she can pull out $40,000 each year to live off of in retirement. So that's your example of a multi-step TVM problem.